Hello everybody, my name is Marlo and welcome back to TekTopia. So as you can hear, we are in Twinkletown today. There are a few hearts in here which are very loud, so we're going to quickly run around and pick them up. But I think what I'd actually quite like to do is maybe spawn all three of these in. As you can see, we've got 3 spare beds, so yeah, we're going to need some villagers at some point today, so why not, I suppose. So let's do one here, one there, and the other one there. So we've got 2 boys and 1 girls. These one girls, one girl. These are gonna become the another lumberjack and 2 more miners, I think. Hold on, you didn't look like that a second ago. I just had to do a quick relog to get my intro done, but yeah, you apparently have changed your skin, so well done on that, I suppose. Anyway, the first thing I want to do today is just a quick little task, and was actually a comment I had from Leah, who basically told me to take these animals out of the pens, which is what we're going to be focusing on today, as if I were to put the token down next to them, the animals already inside would not count as villager animals. They have to collect them themselves. So I'm going to grab a lead and basically let these guys sort of roam around the village. I might breed them up a little bit just in case they manage to get out the 3-wide entrance somehow. And yeah, when we do eventually get some ranchers in this episode, they will collect them themselves and become villager animals instead of ones I've just put in there myself. Thank you for the egg, kind chicken. Have it back in your face. Oh, I'm sorry, but you just duplicated, so I'm not sorry. I don't know. Enjoy your new twin, baby chicken. So whilst these guys all roam about ready to be collected for the by the ranchers later on in today's episode, I want to do something else with another animal that is hopping around somewhere in this village. I think I just saw one here. Yeah, these little bunny rabbits. There's a couple of them, as I said, bouncing around the place. Yeah, I think they're all accumulated over here, and I want to make a little home for them, and yeah, give them a nice area to play around in and a nice food source. And it's actually going to be helpful for the village, you guys will see once we get building it. Aha! The children are actually sat in the outside bit of the school here. I built this to make it look as though they were on some sort of lunch break, but of course they're still answering questions and yeah, learning as they snack away, I guess. Wait, you've changed skin again, haven't you? What is going on here? You can't quite decide what you want to look like, can you, Diane? Anyway, yeah, and then Remora over here is actually inside the school learning away. Good job, Svensson. Keep on teaching them. Anyway, let's go take a look at the rabbit hut I've built over here. Of course, we're still missing a very important part of it, but yeah, this is the main building that will go in the center. So I've just placed some hay bales in to make a nice, you know, hay-filled area for them to sit and sleep and do what other things rabbits do on, and then a little food bowl if they need some extra grub if what we're gonna do right now isn't enough. So what I actually want to do is put a fenced off area around this, not too big but enough so they've got some room to move around in, and then basically fill up the rest with carrots, which is actually going to be helpful because the villagers will be able to farm the carrots, hopefully, if they can get through the fence gates okay, and the rabbits will, I think, actually eat fully grown rabbit crops, carrot crops from time to time. I could be wrong on that, but we'll have to see when it's all done. And oh, would you look at that? It's all done, so yeah, let's go get some rabbits. Before we go and catch some rabbits, there's just one thing I want to do real quick, which is to add our village banner on that open gap in the school, which was actually a suggestion from one of you guys in the episode where we built this thing, but for the life of me, I cannot find this comment anywhere, so I'm really sorry to whoever left it, but thank you for leaving it because it looks so much better now. Okay, I don't know how easy this is going to be. Rabbits can be fairly skittish, but I'm fairly certain, yeah, as long as we have this carrot in hand, they should follow me fairly easily. Oh, I spoke way too soon. That one's dropped off and lost attention. Maybe it might be easier to do one at a time. Enticing them with a carrot and grabbing them with a lead probably would have been the better and quicker way to do that, but there we go, they're in place now, and as you can tell, they're a little scared of me when I don't hold a carrot in my hand, so I can't really go near this place, as when they get spooked, they're actually able to jump out rarely. Doesn't happen that often, but they can actually leap over a 1.5 high block. Is that a fence counted as 1.5? Anyway, they can hop over the fence and this slab here, so yeah, I can't really get too close to this for any extended period of time, but I don't know if that works the same with the... Hello, jungle tree. If that works the same with the villagers, so I think I'm just going to have to sort of keep an eye on them and do a head count every now and again and make sure there's always 4 of them in here. Otherwise, I'll probably just have to get rid of this, otherwise all of the rabbits will escape, which kind of defeats the purpose of having it. Any day now, the children are going to grow up into nitwits, and I really am not ready for that because I only have 3 emeralds to my name, and what I would like to buy is going to cost 11, I think, 2 miners and a lumberjack, right? However, I'm kind of considering not making one a lumberjack. As you can see, one of the lumberjacks is just not doing anything, nor are the other 2 or 1, however many I have, so maybe I'll make the other one a farmer, but they're the same price, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I only have 3 emeralds, and if we just run over to the merchant real quick, you can see the trades aren't particularly in my favor because everyone that is full price, like the oak clocks here, and what else is all of the armor, there's another one here, redstone, I don't have enough of that to trade for the full price. The only ones I do actually have, which he's selling today, are potatoes and beetroots, but obviously you shouldn't really trade unless it's full priced emeralds if you can help it, but if you're in my scenario, I think just this one-off time, it's not gonna hurt getting them for half price. That makes it sound like it's in my favor, but it's really not. It's actually quite a bad deal. Turns out I don't even have enough beetroots, only potatoes, but thankfully if these are 2 apiece, we will get 8 from these 4 stacks, which will equal 11, so the perfect amount really. So I'm going to go trade these. I know, yes, I shouldn't be doing it, but it's either that or I go on a mining trip, which I'm planning on doing later in the episode yet again. Seems like every episode we're doing that at the moment. I'm sure it will get to a point eventually where we won't have to do that anymore, but yeah, for right now, mining and little trades like this really is my only option. And now the tokens we're gonna buy are of course the 2 miners, so we'll get those 2. Okay, oh, that's just a plug for the Patreon, I think. I do want that amazing hat, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we'll get the other one, and then we would actually, I'm gonna go with the lumberjack, and I'll explain why that is. So this is my tree farm, and as you can tell, there is one type of tree being harvested more than the rest. The birch trees over here, there's only one of them on show at the moment, and all of the ones left have a certain something in common, and that is only that there is 1 log on show as opposed to the birch ones, which I think always have at least 2 on show. And I'm thinking, because I've got this little podium type of thing, they're actually unable to hit these ones. I don't really know why that would be. It's not an issue when they're flat on the surface. But yeah, I think that's why, yeah, none of these are being harvested. And if we were to look in my storage room, you would see that there's only like 2 or 3 of each of the spruce and the oak logs, because they almost never get harvested, because obviously they've been like this for a little while. And I've only really just thought about it, so I think what I'm going to do is get rid of these platforms and just bring them down a block, and hopefully that will just allow our lumberjacks to actually get back to work as they should be. It won't look as good, I don't think, but I'd rather it be functional than look slightly better. It's not going to make too much of a difference. Just to be safe, I've chopped down every tree and replanted 1 of each sapling. Good news is JP over here is picking up the logs that I've missed, and yeah, hopefully you're about to go chop that tree down and prove that this is going to work. Awesome. Okay, I think, well, obviously that's a high tree. We won't really know until it's one of the more stubbier low down ones, but yeah, I think that should have fixed it. Also, our children have now grown up, so I guess we can go around and give them each a token. The two boys here, Mike and Diane, who I think has changed skin yet again, are still in school, so they're a little bit behind for some reason, but we'll get them off camera. But for now, we can go ahead and give Remora a miner token, because if I can just show you her intelligence, it's very good. 35 actually, if I remember rightly, so you should make for quite a good miner. Yep, you see she already got 1 level in teaching, but we don't need that at all, so we'll give her that token and she can go and join... I forgot our miner's name again, I did it last episode. Leighton, I think. She can go and join Leighton down in the mines and get us some nice resources. This is just a little interlude to let you know that I just hatched a quad chicken. I thought that was some valuable information that I had to very promptly let you guys know about. To afford everything I'd like to buy related to the animal pens in the remainder of this episode, I am going to need a whopping 195 emeralds, which is just over 3 stacks, and bearing in mind I have, well, 0 at the moment, that's gonna take me a while to get, and obviously we're not gonna trade for it. I think I mentioned earlier I was gonna go mining again. I'm not gonna show you every single emerald I mine because that is going to take forever to put together in the edit, and yeah, I did that type of stuff for the past 2 episodes. You don't really need to see it again, so I'm gonna head off to a very large extreme hills biome, go mining for what I'm sure is going to be a very long time, and then I will yeah, come back here and tell you how I got on. Really not looking forward to this. So before I headed down into the caves, I had mined 155 emerald ore. Now I'm up to 257. So as you can imagine, I was down there a while. It's actually the next day now, because in total I reckon I was mining there for 6 hours or so, I think, maybe even more. I kind of lost track of time because of how long it took, and just so happens to be when I need the most amount of emeralds, the caves weren't being too kind to me until right at the end, where I found some, yeah, really lucrative cave systems and got a whole bunch of emeralds right towards the end, hence why I have more than what I needed. I mean, look at this, I have 4 emeralds right next to each other. It was so good, right at the end, not the whole first load of hours, which was insanely grindy, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I've done it now, and I think that was well worth it, because we are now about to go and blow pretty much all of those that we've just collected, except from 30 or so. In front of me on my phone is an entire list of everything I need to buy from these two, so I think we should do the most painful ones first and buy the ones from the architect. This is gonna be expensive. First up, we need all of the animal pens, so there is the sheep, there is the pig, there's the cow pen, and last but not least, the chicken coop. Next up, we need the butcher, the kitchen, and 2 two-person homes for some more villagers. Now heading over to the tradesman, we need 1 rancher, rancher, I did it again, a chef, and last but not least, a butcher. We have just spent, if my calculations are correct, 195 emeralds. That is so many. And the best part about that is we have 38 emeralds remaining. I don't really know what we're going to use them for, but I'm sure they'll be helpful at some point. Also, I have given the 2 boys who have grown up into nitwits their profession. Mike here is a miner and Diane is a lumberjack. That could be you right there. But yeah, I know all of these tokens were very expensive, but I really think they're going to help kind of propel the village into becoming a lot more functional and gather ourselves a lot more resources and just work so much better than it is at the moment, and kind of, yeah, get things going a little bit. So I'm going to go around and place all of these in, apart from the butcher item token, and yeah, then I guess we can build the butcher's building, the slaughterhouse, I guess it should be called. I'm really hoping the villagers are not going to struggle going down the staircase towards the inn part of our tavern where all the rooms are, because I think it's going to be really awesome to see this whole tavern fully functional. Yeah, cheer to that. With the kitchen upstairs, the tavern on this middle floor, and yeah, like I said, all the rooms down there. But as you can see, I've spawned in some children. They're having some trouble bouncing up and down the stairs. I thought he was about to come take a seat in the tavern. That's not allowed. You're allowed to live down here, but you can't drink yet. You're not old enough. So yeah, I spawned in 3 children because we've got the 3 tokens to use up. So we've got Amy, that person up there is Higgs, I think his name was, and this is Telfen. So yeah, I guess I won't really know how well this underground bit works until we've got all 12 villagers spawned in and they're all trying to cram down at once. But yeah, 3 for now should be good enough. Before we start construction on the butcher's building, I just want to make one slight adjustment to the pens over here, and that is to move them back by 1 block, because I got a feeling this 1 wide walkway is going to cause some issues when the butcher's trying to take out an animal and the rancher's trying to get in at the same time. So just to be on the safe side, we're going to move this back by 1 block, so there's a 3 wide walkway, which should be more than enough room for them. And then yeah, we'll put the item frames back in place where they were. Let's get the pig and sheep. Pig can go at the, that's a sheep. Pig can go at the front, sheep can go at the back, and then I'll do the same on this side. So this is the butcher's building, aka the slaughterhouse, and once again, I don't really know what a building like that would look like in the style we're doing, so this is what I've got, and honestly the exterior is okay looking, but I prefer the interior, so I'm going to show you that. But first we need to put our token in place. You can already see there's some gruesome blood on the floor, so let's just go around the outside here because there's actually 2 entrances to get into this place. So yeah, I'm going to position myself right here. Okay, so over this side we have some sort of like workbench area. He's got 2 towels to dry his hands. Obviously this one needs replacing because it's covered in blood, hence the red. This one's brand new, waiting to be used. This may be some sort of plate he can put bits on this. Okay, I'm not going to go too in depth because that's a bit disgusting. Obviously this is where the slaughtering would happen. They would be hung upside down. It's difficult to explain what this is without explaining it, and then obviously, well, you can figure out what's going on here. This is just some red concrete powder and a bit of redstone, and then another little table over here with a chest to store any sort of item he would need, as well as his axe has been hung up on that tripwire hook, which, yeah, as long as you stay around here, that's what it looks like. Obviously, if I move around a bit, it doesn't look like that, but I thought it looked pretty cool from this angle, hence why I've done it. So, yeah, butcher's building. I now just need to wait for our 3 children to grow up before I can give them all of the tokens and, yeah, get them underway and start them working. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot that we built the creeper farm a few episodes back, and I have not checked how many pieces of gunpowder we have since that episode, so I thought that'd be a fun thing we can do quickly and see what the rates have been like over however many days it's been. So if we listen carefully, maybe we can hear them dying? It's nighttime, so actually probably not, but let's take a look. Yep. Kind of saw that coming. What about this one? Okay, I was thinking they were going to be full up, possibly, but yeah, no, that is plenty. It's not too fast, not too slow, but most certainly more than I will ever need. A couple of minor updates for you guys. The tree farm here is working so much better now we've gotten rid of those platforms. All of the trees are being harvested by our lumberjacks, which is obviously meaning more options to trade with the merchant. So yeah, that's cool. And as far as the rabbits are concerned, I haven't checked on them until now, so we can do a quick head count here. You can see he just ate a carrot. Oh, that's awesome. I wasn't actually sure whether they did that or not, so that's really cool to see. Okay, I've seen one. There's another one running away from me. If we put hitboxes on, we might be able to see a little better. 1, 2, 3. Yep, we got all 4 in there still. Can you guys see the 3 children on the screen? Because I could not. So these 2 are here. Yeah, I'm sure you got that one. But there's also one out there who I completely missed, and I've been looking everywhere for him, and yeah, I was getting a bit scared that we lost Halfon, but no, he's okay. So yeah, these three still have not grown up. I'm not sure how long it's been exactly, but I think whilst I wait for them to do that, I want to do a build just so I'm not waiting around. So I've got a cool idea of something we can do which isn't going to help our village in any way whatsoever, but still should be pretty cool nonetheless. So what we're currently building up right now is actually the church, which was a very heavily suggested idea to do in my previous village, but I didn't actually get round to doing it, mainly because I ran out of room, so I thought I would get it done sooner rather than later this time round. And whilst I was building this, I wasn't really putting too much thought into the religion of this village. In fact, let's not even call it a religion because that can be a bit of a sensitive subject, shall we say, but more so the beliefs of these people and their practices and rituals they would have, maybe. I don't know. So instead of me coming up with something, I'm going to chuck it over to you guys. You can come up with some lore of the beliefs of the people of Asteria in the Asterian borderlands, what they would do in ancient times, maybe, who they would worship, and yeah, just have some fun with it, see what you can come up with, and I will be sure to read through them all. But what I've done on the inside is to make it look as though it serves as a place for a wedding ceremony. So we've got two blue terracotta blocks for the people getting married to stand on, and then once that's all said and done and they are conjoined in life, or whatever they say at weddings, I don't know, they can then go outside on that table there for a meal with their close friends and family, well, as long as there's no more than 6 of them, because that's all the chairs and plates that I had. But yeah, they can go out there and maybe have some sort of traditional dish that is only served at weddings, maybe. And yeah, just enjoy some time with the newly married couple. So whether you incorporate that into your lore or not, I don't mind. You can really do whatever you want with it. But anyway, let's hop back into first person mode. I may have contradicted myself from what I said a couple of episodes ago in that I wasn't planning on using any glass in this village, but this building is just a one-off. I felt like I really wanted some stained glass windows in this big church here, so yeah, I decided to go ahead and do it. I plan on keeping the trapdoors for the main part as they just look better, plus since this is a stair here, if I was to put a glass pane, it wouldn't actually connect, which is like the main reason I'm using the trapdoors. But anyway, yeah, this is the church. You've seen the inside. I did forget to show you what the front of this bit looked like, because I forgot to finish it while I was building the outside. And then the inside here, you all saw, very nice, the table outside. So yeah, church done. Obviously the villagers can't use it at all, but there we go. I like doing a building every now and again that serves no purpose and is purely cosmetic. But now I think what I want to do is give all of our children, who I think now have grown up into nitwits, these tokens. Talfin Phoenix, who has just walked into the rabbit pen for some reason, is going to become the village chef. I'm giving the butcher token to Higgs McDonald. There you go, buddy. Get chopping. He is actually unable to get chopping at the moment because Amy here has to become the rancher and wrangle up all of the animals before the butcher or chef can really do anything. So hurry up and get to work, please. Only 3 animals, Amy. You couldn't have managed just another one, maybe just one extra pig? No, just way too much for you. In all fairness to her, she has got quite a lot on her hands, and we do have this spare bed. So in hindsight, I probably should have spawned in another child to have 2 ranchers. But yeah, I didn't really want to wait around 5 days now for another one, as I'm going to start wrapping up this episode soon. So yeah, we will have to save that for next episode. I'll tell you what, actually, I'm going to have to wait a bit either way for the butcher to start working, because I quite like to see him in action before we end off the episode. So I probably got a good 5 days of waiting time on my hands. So I'm going to go ahead and give Amy a working companion here. Obviously, they will have to grow up first of all, but we have Grim Goldrudder, amazing name, who, wow, wait, hang on, that's insanely good intelligence for a child, isn't it? 26. I don't think I've ever seen that high. You guys will have to correct me if I'm wrong on that, but yeah, that's very good. You're gonna make for a great rancher, sleeping with half of one of your eyes open. Very strange. It's been a couple of hours since that last clip, and I've just kind of been waiting around letting the village work whilst I've been doing some other things, and I've been keeping an eye on animals, making sure everything is working as it should be, which it has, and I will show you how the butcher and whatnot are getting on, but I thought I'd let you know I purchased 2 more mine shafts, as I didn't realise we have 3 miners and 1 druid, but only 2 mine shafts, so half of the time 2 of them wouldn't have anything to do. So yeah, I've done that, and they each have their own little strip mine to go down to and mine and or replenish. I'm not exactly sure where he is, but our child prodigy actually got himself up to 50 intelligence whilst in school, which is just crazy. So I gave him the rancher token, and he's been doing very good work alongside Amy, the other rancher. Our chef has had a few things to do here and there up in the kitchen, mainly cooking baked potatoes, but the butcher has been doing some strange things. So I've seen him kill a few animals, but instead of bringing them to the slaughterhouse here, the butcher's building, he's instead been doing this and just killing them in the pen. So I'm not really too sure what's going on there. I suppose it doesn't matter too much, he's still getting the job done, but yeah, I don't quite know why he's not taking them out the pen. It's quite strange. But anyway guys, I think that's going to be it for this episode. I really hope you did enjoy it. I'm not actually too sure what we're going to do next time, which is unusual for me. I've usually got a rough idea of my plans, but at the moment I've got none, so I guess it'll be a surprise for both of us. But thank you ever so much for watching this one. As I said, I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.